All right, we are back the day after we have installed the igniter. We let everything dry, and other than dust, we don't really have anything that oozed out. Everything still seems to work loosely, so I don't think I overdid it with the sealant, so I think we'll be good. We have this shaft down here, if you can see, that is going to hook to a couple parts. I am putting the finishing touches on them as far as cleaning. So hopefully everything will look shiny and good. Alright, so I think the first thing we're going to do is mount this brace, which will support our trip rod. Let's see if I can zoom in. So we're going to mount that brace loosely. Whoa. All right, got one started. Where's my other one? Oh my. Yeah, this does move a little bit. So obviously, I think so. It will trip like that. Hop back, kind of like so. Kind of like so. All right, so we are missing one part up here. Which is a spring. And I am not going to put the spring in yet. I'm going to wipe it down first. I want to wipe it down. I want to get everything tightened up. Make sure I don't have any flaws in it. Then I will pick you back up. Alright, we're back. I just did some adjustments on it. And installed that spring that you can see on the back side of the trip arm right there. So I think for now, until we actually are ready to try and time it, it seems that everything is working pretty good as far as tripping it and returning it. So I think I'm going to call that good, and we will leave it kind of loose until we get something back there put in. And I think we need to get a flywheel on one side so we can time it, and I'm going to get the piston and rod ready, and we will deal with that next. All right, thanks for watching. Take care. All right, we are back with something different. So we have obviously piston, rod, cap. I had started putting studs. Obviously, I am guessing on everything. but I am putting the rod together with the small stud through the cap into the rod end. Obviously, I am holding it in my hand with what I think is up top. Obviously, the oil hole is what we need. This is marked T when I pulled the bearing out of the bag. Obviously, T for top. Hopefully, this guy fits on here well. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of oil on our wrist pin. Slip it through. Obviously, once again, we'll look at our piston. There's an oil hole right here. Matches up with this hole. So, obviously, we know it has to go in this way. Okay, I'm gonna push it through. Whoops. I'm gonna push it through so there's an even amount of space on each side. All right, you look in there and you see those holes. Those holes are for these amazing, tiny, small little Allen screws. I am gonna probably stick it in a place where it will sit upright. Guess better safe than sorry. So same thing on this side. Get it nice and tight. Make sure our nut was loose, and just tighten it up. And let's see if you can see in there. That's it. Our wrist pin's locked up, our oil holes are matching up. Everything looks good to go. So we will pull the cap off. We will pop a ring out. And slip a ring on. And I'm going to go back for the oil. It is thick, sticky stuff. I don't know if you really need it for models, but I'm going to try it. I don't want to. Definitely, to me, more oil the better. All right, I'm gonna have to. Figures. We got everything all oiled up. Now I gotta pop you up top. Try that. All right, so we have already cleaned out taking a rag. Wow. I'm glad I did that. That hole, if you could see that hole was clogged up. For some reason I was looking in there. I couldn't physically see it. And sure enough, it has some junk in it, so all right, let's drip a little bit of oil in there. That kind of made me paranoid. All right, I've kind of filled the hole up with oil. Hopefully you can see that on camera. It is dripping down, so I'm going to do paperclip one more time. Clean. Make sure. Oil's clean. I don't want to take any chances. So I'm going to wipe it. And see how that does. All right, so we're going to try and slide him in. Which way is up? Holes. All of our holes will go up. I am just going to try and squeeze that little piston ring in. In he goes. I had to put my other finger up there and release the compression off of it. Yeah. Let me try and make sure I get this thing perfectly centered. There she goes. All right, so even with all that oil, our wrist pin was still a little tight. So we are running a nut on there. Just curious to see how tight the bearing will be. I'm gonna put some oil in there, in there, in there. All right, so we will look at this guy. I'm going to need to hold the valve in. I just wish it was a little bit looser. But I am going to keep a little bit of oil. Keep a little bit of oil going. And I'm not going to bore you, but I am going to sit here and I am going to turn it over little by little. Yep, all right. I'm just gonna keep putting oil where things are using it, and I'm gonna keep trying to work it. I'm gonna try and keep working it, maybe get a flywheel on here so it's easier for me to spin. Don't get me wrong, it's not tight, but it's not as loose as I would like it. I do have two little shims here, so I may pop that off. Let's see if you're even on camera. Yeah, I may pop that off and stick them on. So let me break away. I'll pick you back up. Hopefully you can see this okay. I am coming up on compression. My igniter is getting ready to trip. Trip just after top dead center. It's coming down. Right there, about 2 o'clock, my exhaust push rod is going in. Coming back up. My exhaust is starting to close. And my exhaust is closed by the time I hit top dead center. This should be my intake. Compression again.